going on, dudes and dudettes? So yeah, earlier this week Duke, or I believe almost last week, Duke beat Texas Tech at Madison Square Garden. Pretty good game. They were down by almost more than 10 points at one point, and they came back. Texas Tech has a pretty good player who probably is going to be a first round draft pick now because of how good he showed against Duke. But you know, it was a pretty good game. Glad they got the W against the number 12 or 11 team in the nation. And also because Kansas lost a game over the weekend. Now they're the number 1 team in the nation again, so that's really cool. Hopefully they can keep it, but you just never know how the season's going to play out. And also the Lakers had 2 wins the past time I talked to you guys. They had a win against the Pelicans. That was just interesting, all the news heading up into that game with Anthony Davis maybe coming to the Lakers sooner than later. I hope it's later. That way the Lakers can use the money this summer on a top free agent type of guy, or maybe 2, and then make a trade for Anthony Davis in the summer as well. But excuse me, we'll see how that goes. Should be interesting. Then also the Lakers played last night against Golden State at Golden State, and they won 127 to barely over 100. And LeBron James ended up leaving in the third quarter with a groin injury. They say he's day-to-day after today's MRI. So it could be like a few weeks, but hopefully it's nothing too crazy. He'll be out for a month. So, and it was like the most wins the Lakers ever got on. They had the most wins during Christmas Day, or playing on Christmas Day. So that's really cool as well, especially to do it against a tough team like that with all those superstars they have. They just look crappy against the LeBron-less Lakers. So that was always good to see. Hopefully they can continue because they have a pretty easy schedule. So far, if LeBron misses a certain number of weeks, and hopefully they're above 500 so they can stay at the number 4 seed right now. But like I always say, we'll see how that goes. And you know, they're asking Josh Hart if they can play without LeBron. He says of course, because they, you know, him and Kyle Kuzma said they're all NBA players. They obviously have to be able to play even without a superstar, and I think they can. So yes, hopefully everything turns out well for them. So USC basketball last week got a win against Southern. Pretty convincing win, so hopefully they can continue successful wins going on. Then also the Chargers, they signed a few guys to their practice squad. 2 defensive ends, Anthony Lanier and Tyrone Holmes. Don't know how much they're going to be able to play, or if they're going to even play for the Chargers, but they're at least on the squad, as they say. And there is another guy who got recently let go, DJ Swearinger, from the Washington Redskins. I don't know the extent to why he was released, but so far he's been a really good player for them, so I don't know why they did that. But obviously if it's a domestic issue, I'm pretty sure the Chargers aren't going to go for a person like that, but he would be a really good piece as far as a football player. But I just don't know his situation. I didn't really read up on it, but yeah, it should be very interesting. One of USC's assistant linebacker coaches the past few years, Joe DeForest, has been upgraded to the normal linebackers coach, so congrats to him. Then also Matt Barkley, one of my ex-favorite USC quarterbacks. He did obviously pretty well for the Buffalo Bills in a backup role, and even when he got the start, he balled out pretty much. But I don't know why they went with the rookie. But he was able to sign a 2-year deal with the Buffalo Bills. So sad that it's not with the Chargers, but at least he's getting his money and his dues to be able to get a longer contract than just for 1 year that he has been getting. Then Juju Smith, even though he's been in the news for his controversial fumble and stuff, but he still did make big headline news by being the youngest player to ever have a 100 catch season by an NFL receiver. So that's really cool. It's only his second year. Obviously, I'm still kind of sour because I always wanted the Chargers to pick him up, and they still had a chance whether in those first or second rounds, but of course they didn't listen to me, and yes, we could have made history together. So Ryan Khalil, one of the ex-top USC centers that's been in the league for a while, especially with the same team, Carolina Panthers, he is going to retire after this season, which is pretty tough, but you know, he's played really well. He at least went to one Super Bowl, probably could have went to more if he went on another team, but you know, progressed to a very long storied career. Pretty sure he's going to be a Hall of Famer one day. Then also Stephen Mitchell Jr., one of the younger rookie ex-USC football players. He did get brought up to the practice squad this last Sunday for the Houston Texans, so congrats to him. I don't know if he got any playing time, but it's always good to see the ex-USC guys being able to play, at least be on the roster during game day. Then the USC basketball women's, they got another W. That's really good for them. Hopefully they can continue that. And then yes, I did win my fantasy football, the only football one. I usually do one now, and I was in it with my brother and a few other people I know, but I did play this guy and barely won by 4 points. I was surprised just because I thought I was going to lose the last time because we both had players playing in the Sunday night game, but he had 2 players. I only had 1, but luckily we scored enough points throughout the day, and thank you to Antonio Brown for getting me almost 40 points. So yes, I did get the W in fantasy football. Thankfully that crap is over. Now to just focus on basketball and hockey, which I'm not really that good at. And yes, there it is, finally the video I've been promising, or part of these videos I've been promising about the top guys that USC signed for their National Signing Day, the early signing period. And it was up to 19 after that punter, one of the very last guys he signed in, 27-year-old guy from Australia. But a lot of quality guys have been coming from Australia that are punters and kickers, so not bad to have them on the team. But a few guys we did get that I've been pushing for ever since I made my last one, I think even before football has started, like a Raylan Goforth, a linebacker, Drake Jackson, who's actually a Centennial product from out here near Corona, so that's really cool. Then also got the tight ends Jude Wolf and Ethan Ray. Those were going to be key, but pretty sure they only stayed on because of Cliff Kingsbury, who's going to just continue to throw the ball like that crazy. A guy like Max Williams, Jason Rodriguez, offensive tackle, big guy. So we got like a good handful of guys that I really liked. Obviously we missed out on pretty big guys like a Kayvon Thibodeau, the #1 guy out of California and not that far away from USC, but he does decide to go to Oregon. It's not 100% surprising seeing his like top 3 or 4 teams, which included USC, but also had like Alabama and Oregon. And obviously the past few years, those guys, especially on the defensive line, have been top 10, 15 picks. So I'm pretty sure like how I thought when he was only going to go to a certain school that was going to allow him to play right away. And I'm pretty sure that's why he chose Oregon, because they said, yeah, dude, we're going to play you right away, no matter what. And with Alabama, you kind of have to wait a year or two, and he probably would have only had 2 years of tape on his game. So who knows if he would have even gotten picked in the first round if he went to Alabama. But I think he would have went to USC, just because a lot of guys haven't been picked really high from USC, especially on the defensive side. I think that's why a few more guys are leaving, including a 2020 commit who's leaving high school next year. He actually decided to go to LSU yesterday, and he did say it was down to USC, LSU, and USC was his childhood, dream school growing up. But he chose LSU just because they've been getting guys to the NFL, and recently USC had fired his position coach. So it's gonna be tough to try to keep a lot of these guys if you don't get your stuff together, USC. But at least it's kind of molding into something right now, and hopefully we can make a big splash come February when it's the big time National Signing Day. A few guys still available, like a Brew McCoy, the #1 athlete that I really like, and Kyle Ford as well. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of offensive linemen going as well. Another athlete, Asa Turner, who was committed to Washington, and kind of choose between them and Notre Dame, but USC can sneak up in there, especially with a guy like Cliff Kingsbury and Clay Helton doing stuff. So yes, very interesting next month and a half or so till we get the official announcement of who USC signed and who they didn't, and see where these guys go. But hopefully USC can get a few more guys, just because I think they said some of these guys can count towards last year's, so they haven't really used up most of their scholarships, so they can almost get like 10 more guys, 10 more plus guys instead of 5 or 6. So that would be really cool. So thanks for watching, people. Like and subscribe, comment down below, let me know what y'all think. It was a great last few days in the holiday. Didn't have to really travel that far, but I know a lot of other people did, and very happy that they did. Great to see everybody. A lot of great gifts, yes, from my brother and his girlfriend Ariel. One of the many gifts that I got, and I'm very happy about. A lot of clothing, which I'm very happy about too, just because I kind of stick to something similar, something normal, and at least I got a little bit more flair in my stuff, whether it's shirts or pants as well, underwear and all that stuff. So it's all good, and definitely happy with a lot of my other gifts. So like I said, thanks again for everybody who I got to see and who I hopefully will get to see. And yes, like I say, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, comment down below, let me know what y'all think, and have a great rest of your day.